Testing, 1, 2, 3. Hello, everybody. Our power went out. We're just rebooting. We get a flicker. For some reason, it happens most Saturdays here. I don't know what they're working on, but bear with us as this thing relaunches and reboots. Hey, guys. Hey, ladies. How are y'all doing today? Appreciate your patience as we get set up. I have a lot of screens to do that I had to have open to do these classes, and our power went out. So thank you for your patience. We should be up and running momentarily. Thank you for your patience. Thank you, April. Thank you so much. Feeling much better. Got a clean bill of health Friday. Thankfully, it wasn't anything that, just one of those things, you know, fluke thing, a viral infection of the heart. Hey, guys, thank you for your patience. Our power went off if you're just tuning in, so we're getting rebooted. Sorry about the delay. All right, we're not going to be able to broadcast this anywhere but Zoom today. We've had some sort of technical glitch, but I'm glad to be connecting with you guys, you ladies. Y'all doing okay? This will be a real intimate group. We got 22 folks with us, and we're glad to have each one of you. This is the 21-day self-mastery program. We haven't done this in some months, but it's been one of the better classes that we've had. Some people will call it a challenge. It's not so much a challenge as it is a way to really develop self-discipline and self-mastery. So if you take some notes today, I think you'll walk out of here with a great personalized meal plan that can help you now or maybe in the future. If you're good at archiving your notes, I like to keep notes. I got 20 years of notes because sometimes things that I used to do that worked for me that I liked, I kind of forget about. So it's good to have them in a journal, have them archived, these meal plans archived, so I can go back to some of these things I've had success with in the past. So take good notes today. I think this will be good for you. Whether you're doing one of the challenges that's out there, it's not really going to matter. This self-mastery plan is very restrictive. It's going to work with anything that we're doing. It will even work with our detox kit if you're doing the detox. So you'll learn something today and you'll have some takeaways that'll be helpful for you for the rest of your life. But before we begin, it's a short group, so it won't take but a minute, a small group, so it won't take but a minute to do this. Tell us where you're from, how much weight you've lost, and I'll ask, do we have anybody new here? Is there anybody new today? Like to hear from you for a minute before we get started and get this thing in full swing. Don't forget to set your chat to all panelists and attendees. All panelists and attendees, please, so that we can all communicate with each other. All right, here we go. We got April. 25.5 pounds down, Tennessee. Way to go. Angela's new and just started yesterday. Welcome, Angela. Angela, they won't be able to see your post. I'll try to keep an eye on it. I think that I can with only 25 people here. So just note that you can change the chat to all panelists and attendees. I'm a panelist. Everybody else is an attendee, and everyone will be able to see your post. Jen, down 11 pounds. Annalisa, restarting after starting and stopping. Happens to a lot of people, doesn't it? Vicky just moved to Melbourne, Florida, started back in 2014, fell off and back at it, was in Marietta. Welcome back, Vicky. I'm a newbie on day 6. Welcome, Allison. Dunwoody, Georgia. Mariana, am I pronouncing that right? Dunwoody, 50 pounds down. Way to go. Man, alive. Abigail, beautiful name. That's what we were going to name one of our daughters. Instead, we ended up naming her Kayla. But Abigail, beautiful name. I'm from Canton. I've lost 50 pounds on Shibboleth, but have recently gained 12 back. Happens. Time for the reset. Good job. Good stuff, y'all. Kathy from Cave Spring, Georgia, down 32 pounds. Angela, you still got your chat set to all panelists. I can see you, but no one else can see your comments. There's a little button down there. If you'll click when you're chatting, just arrow down, you'll see to all panelists or all the panelist attendees. That allows you to send messages just from me or to the whole group. Gail, South Carolina, down 21 pounds. Angela, everyone, is new, and she's from Ottawa. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Ottawa, Tennessee. Rhymes with Hershey. So let me try this. Hershey. So is it Derishi? Is it Derishi? Is that right? Douglasville, Georgia, down 4 pounds on day 6 of fall off. I'm rather new. Welcome. Welcome. Yes, Angela, you did it. Everybody can see that. Everybody see Angela now? It says she just said like that. That's right. You got it. Okay, guys, good to have you. We're going to get started with this. And since we've got a couple of folks that are kind of new, let's talk about what you should be doing on Planet Shibboleth to be successful before we get into this challenge. Because this challenge will yield great success, but it will only yield short-term success. It's very important that when you start off on this journey, that you watch the daily doses, take the test, pass the test, and earn the badge? Can I get a thumbs up from my students? You understand, I know they're old, I know they're years and years ago, but the content in them is still terrific. It's so important. What we're trying to do is not give you a diet. The first three letters of the word diet spell die. Anything you start with and can't stay with for the long haul is a waste of your time. Before Shibboleth, I had lost hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pounds only to put hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pounds back on. With Shibboleth, what we call Shibboleth today, I was able to lose over 100 pounds, come off multiple prescription medications, come down from a size 44 to a 32, body fat percentage from 44% body fat down to 13 as of this morning, and I've been able to maintain that. I've actually been able to pursue better endurance, better health, better physicality, more self-confidence. You can do those things too, but it won't be with a diet. Diets are short-term. You need a lifestyle. That lifestyle has to be practical, sustainable, and fun, and that's what we teach in those daily doses. This 21-day self-mastery challenge can help you get momentum in a positive direction. As much as it is a great physical challenge to help you lose pounds and preserve muscle, it's also a great exercise of self-discipline. How many of you know, even though some of us feel like that's a wordy dirt, how many of you know that it doesn't matter what you know if you don't do what you know, and that requires self-discipline? Has anybody here ever doubted their ability to be a self-disciplined person? I used to doubt mine. Okay, it's part of it. But guess what? The Bible gives us good news. It says we are filled with the Holy Spirit, and one of the byproducts of the Holy Spirit, one of the fruit, is self-discipline. But it's like a muscle. If we don't exercise it, it will atrophy and die. We just have to get back to exercising it. And you can exercise self-discipline over this 21-day period, and you can develop some really good habits. And that's what we're hoping that you will do, okay? 21 days is a small price to pay to lose up to 21 pounds. Have people done that here? Yes. 21 in 21 days. We've had somebody lose more than 30. Now, granted, they had a lot of weight to lose, but it can be done, and it can be done healthfully. We have folks that lose 5 pounds, 10 pounds. It doesn't matter. All that's good, but what's really good is how your relationship with the Lord improves for 21 days, how your relationship with yourself improves for 21 days, and then how, of course, your body responds. You just become a better person, a more self-disciplined person. 21 days out of 365 days in a year is nothing. I think everybody here would agree, if you can't draw your line in the sand and stick to something that's as easy as this is going to be, I'll prove that to you in a minute. If you can't do that for 21 days, you just don't want it bad enough. In fact, I don't mean to be a hard arse this afternoon, but if you can't stick to what we're going to show today for 21 days, you just want to be overweight. I know somebody's going to get mad at this. You just want to be overweight more than you want to be at your happy weight. I'm not judging. I've been there too. But I believe you're powerful. I don't believe that you're weak and undone. I believe that you're powerful. I believe that you're where you are because you want to be there more than you want to be somewhere else. The minute that you make a decision that you don't want to be where you're at anymore, you'll change things if somebody will give you the proper tools and education. You've got to make that determination during and after each class. I'll keep standing on the rooftop, and I'll keep sounding off about the benefits of losing weight and how to do it. I'll keep doing that. I'll be here whether you come or go. But at some point, you got to hear that still small voice inside of yourself that says it's time for you to take up your bed and walk. In other words, we're laying here, we're quitting on ourselves because life's getting in the way. we've got excuses, we've got reasons that we can't do this, whether it be budget or time or medications or whatever. Deep down, we know that's the bed that we've made for ourselves and we're laying in it. At some point, you just got to take up that bed. You might have a hard life, but at some point, you got to pick up that burden and go anyway and get this done, and everything will improve. Your life will improve so much if you finally get this weight off, and it starts with a dedicated effort, 21 days. So everybody get out a pen, a pencil, paper, and let's take notes. I'll also send this recording to you so that you have this because you did register. Thank you for registering. So let's take a look at our rules for the 21-day challenge. All right, I'm gonna read these rules to you. Please take notes. Very simple set of rules. Going to be a little more restrictive than our regular Shibboleth program. Mission. The mission here is to select 21 foods, recipes, meal replacements, or specific WOW challenges. Yes, Angela, I will be sending it to you. I'm going to send you the whole website that I show you today. It's a free bonus website. Select 21 foods, recipes, meal replacements, or specific WOW challenges at the beginning of each week of the 21 days. We break this into 3 weeks. It's like you're going to your own personal castaway island. Everybody remember that movie with Tom Hanks? And you're a castaway on the island. He lost all that weight in the movie. If y'all hadn't watched it, you might want to watch that. He was a castaway. You're going to your own island with a selection of foods that you picked out from my list that I'm going to show you. I didn't put anything on the list that would screw you up. You know how in regular Shibboleth you're responsible for the combinations? You're not responsible for that on the 21-day challenge. It's better if you stick to the right combinations, but this is a challenge designed for a new person, but it's strong enough for an experienced person. No, this is not a deodorant commercial. If it takes 21 days, the idea here is that you have 21 perfect days following these rules. If you can do it in 21 days straight, you earn your self-mastery badge. But let's say that you get into day 7 days in a row, going strong, and on day 8 you cheat. You purposely, not accidentally, but you purposely lose your self-discipline and wits, and you choose to do the wrong thing on purpose. Now it's after the fact. That's a holiday. And you got to start all over. The idea is no matter how long that this takes you, you agree with yourself and with the Lord that you will complete 21 days in a row. If you get to day 19 and you didn't follow the rules, you purposely lost your wits, tempted, and you yielded to the temptation, that's good. It's been 19 days and you lost 12 pounds already, but you had a holiday, you start over. You keep doing this until on the honor system, you've got your 21 perfect days in a row. So you know, we've had several people do this multiple times. They've earned the self-mastery badge multiple times, so it can be done, and they've lost a lot of weight. Do you understand the rules of the challenge? Any questions about the rules of the challenge? One of the rules that you must abide by on the honor system is that you drink a half a gallon up to 1 gallon of water daily. You can drink any approved beverage. These beverages are not part of your list and are allowed anytime. You can have your water. You can also have Diet Mountain Dew. You can have Diet Cola. I don't care, as long as we're getting in our water and you're not taking in unapproved beverages that have calories in them. Journal. You must journal, and you must mark your days perfect or holiday. WOW meal plan days. If you don't know what these are, don't worry about it. Just stick to the rules. But if you're doing a WOW challenge, that's a perfect day on 21. A divine day is a perfect day. Intermittent fasting days are perfect days if you're following Shibboleth rules. If you don't know what those are, you're not experienced, don't worry about it. Just stick to the rules I outlined today. You get a Facebook group, a support group for 21. You must post your weekly time and chart in the members group daily for accountability. Now, I won't penalize you if you don't do that. I know some folks aren't Facebook people, but those of you that will post what you're eating and your journal, you'll get better support from your comrades. Combinations. If using my meal plans and list, you do not have to concern yourself with food combining. I've already taken care of that for you by condensing this list. I'm not worried about the fat bust as long as you portion control. If you do know how to eat and write Shibboleth food combos, you'll get better results. So do try to. But if you're new and you mess up on a combo, it's not going to be a big deal as long as you're following the portions. Portions. This is a self-discipline behavior modification challenge. You can choose from the foods in the list. You get to mix up your list once every 7 days. But once you've defined your list, you must stick to that list for 1 week before you can change it up. You can observe the normal portion rule, which is eating from a 6 to 8 inch plate. This is a proper portion control bowl plate, 6 to 8 inch plate, or you can use the hand rule. You take your hands, interlock your thumbs, fingers together, put your hands directly over the meal. The meal's not piled up any thicker than the thickest part of the hand. Good to go with that portion. If you're more of a calorie counter, then you should abide by the following rule. If you're over 200 pounds, each meal should be between 200 and 400 calories. If you're under 200 pounds, each meal should be between 200 and 300 calories. Only if you're a calorie counter. Portion control. That's the key. Daily, you can have up to 3 meals. You don't have to eat 3 meals. 2 meals and an approved snack is better than 3 meals. 2 meals is better than 3 meals, but you can have up to 3 meals. We're going to develop the habit of not grazing between meals. How many of you know that's a problem for you? Knick-knacking and grazing, whether it's approved or unapproved food. How many of you know that's a problem? We got to break that habit. It's a cultural habit and problem. We're going to eat breakfast for the Father, lunch for the Son, and dinner for the Holy Spirit. There's no grazing between meals. One of the things that I do to prevent that, avoid that, grazing, is I make it a game with myself. So if I eat, when I eat, I've eaten, okay, let's say I've just eaten, then I simply start my timer. And until this timer shows that 6 hours has passed, I'm not eating. I might be hungry at 3 hours, but I'm not doing it. I'm just going to embrace the growl and let that fat burn. Then I'll eat again. 3 meals a day is more than enough. A lot of folks in other countries, non-modernized countries, and even industrialized countries, they can't believe we eat the 3 portions we eat every day and more. You go over to a lot of European countries, and the only people you see overweight are the tourists who are Americans. We have a real problem with portion distortion. We need to get tough. We need to become tough people again. Portion distortion, grazing, don't do it. And I'll tell you why we do that. I digress, but I'll tell you why we do that. And y'all may not like it. May not like it. May hurt you. I'll just tell you, if I'm pointing at you, I got 3 fingers pointing back at me. It's a spiritual void. We're using food as a solution for all of our problems, boredom, stress, worry, even for entertainment, when food is really just a solution for it's time to eat. I need energy. We use it the wrong way, and it's very dangerous to use food the wrong way. So you're going to eat up to 3 meals a day or less, no grazing, no snacking for 21 days. Thank you, Shirley. For 21 days. You can do anything for 21 days if you got a big enough why and you do it under the Lord. Thank you, Peggy. I'm glad y'all agree. I really mean it. It's a void for us, even us Christian people. We need some love in our tank to keep giving on a day-to-day basis. We don't do alcohol. We don't do drugs. What do we turn to? We turn to food. Timing. It is important to eat your meal and then stop eating or grazing between meals. You can have egg whites or raw carrots if you feel the need to graze during 21. Again, if you're new here, Shibboleth offers much more opportunities to eat. This is a challenge. There's some freebies on the website that you can use. We want you to develop the habit over 21 days of eating up to 3 meals and no grazing. And don't forget to bless the name of the Lord. Bless the name of the Lord at all times. I don't care if you're having, look, I know a lot of people don't agree with me. I come from a religious background. I no longer define myself as religious, but respect everybody that does. I do define myself as a Christian, and I define myself as someone who loves the Lord and tries to tune into the Spirit as much as you can in this flesh. And I don't judge anybody how they think, what they do, none of that. I would not bless the name of the Lord. I would be ashamed if I knew I didn't have everything right in my life. That's the wrong way to approach life. I need the Lord when everything's right in my life, and I need the Lord in my life when everything's falling apart due to my own sin. So no matter what, you have a day where you said a bad word, just bless the name of the Lord. He gets it. People don't. They'll say, shame on you, you devil. But just say, bless the name of the Lord. Bless the name of the Lord at all times. You just got caught doing something really bad. It's no longer you that did that. It's sin that remaineth in you until God calls you home. So you want it to get better. You want things to get better. You want to improve. Just bless the name of the Lord. Bless the name of the Lord. Don't be arrogant. Don't be haughty. Don't think that you can be perfect every day. You can't. But whether you have a good day, bad day, a wordy-dirt day, or a good day, good clean speech day, whatever it is, I'm making a point. Bless the name of the Lord. Don't ever be ashamed of the Lord. Even when you ain't living just right. You living with a little gluttony in your life, keep blessing the name of the Lord. Asking Him to help you with it. He ain't like people. See, people, we try to make God in our image instead of us getting in His image. And people will say, oh, you keep messing up. You need to get your life right. God ain't never that way. Not my God. He's merciful, tender-hearted. He says, come now, let us reason together. Though you be 100 pounds overweight, I'll help you with it. And we'll walk in step together and you'll get it off. Though you on all them medications due to obesity, I'll fix it. I'll heal your disease. Boy, Jesus is good. He's good. He's not like men, okay? He's good. He wants to help you with this. Those are the rules. Does anybody have any questions about the rules before we get into the food? Angela, you know what? I was too, 133 pounds overweight, sis, and I was not able to fix it myself. King Jesus come into my life and fixed it. I hid my life in His, and I got serious, and I got it off, and you're going to do the same thing. You're going to do the same thing in the name of the Lord. Hey, guys, everybody got them rules, right? Okay, so now let's go and let's look at our meal options. Now, I'm going to send you a link to Ubonus website. This is Ubonus website. I'll go on and give it to you here too. Let me see if y'all can get to it this way. Let me try to give it to small groups so I can answer questions. We got time. Shirley says, I'm 300 pounds. Well, I'm not going to say any more because that's just a panelist. It's not letting me, I'm trying to get it to you here, but it's not letting me paste it. I don't know what that's about. Let me try again. Yeah, darn thing's not letting me paste it. Anyway, I'm going to email it to you. You did register, so I'll email it to you. But I'm on this bonus website. Shirley, I want to tell you this. Boy, I love the Lord. He said that we tend to strain at a gnat and swallow a camel. Meaning we say we believe in them big things, but not the little things. We can't deal with the little things. Listen, that weight you're trying to lose, that's a small thing in the eyes of the Lord. You remember how Mary and Martha wept over Lazarus being dead and in the tomb? Do you remember that, Shirley? He's dead. Ain't no fixing that. Not in Mary and Martha's eyes. Y'all remember that story? Anybody remember that with me here this morning? Oh, Lazarus. Lazarus. He's in a tomb for 4 days. And the Bible said he's in there so long, he's stinking. Boy, sometimes my life gets to stinking too. And Mary and Martha said, Jesus, if you'd only been here, Lazarus, our brother Lazarus wouldn't have died. And Jesus wept. Shortest verse in the Bible. Y'all remember that? Jesus wept. Some people say he wept because, man, Mary and Martha was hurting. Maybe. But I tend to think he was also weeping because of their lack of faith, and they're looking at death out of their own eyes instead of through his eyes. Don't look at the weight you have to lose, no matter how much, through your own eyes. Please don't do that. It'll look like an uphill battle. Look at the weight that you have to lose through the eyes of Jesus. See, Mary and Martha seen a dead man who stunk. Jesus seen a new creature in Christ. And Jesus did this after he wept. He said, Lazarus! Let me say it another way. He said, surely, come forth. And Shirley got up. They rolled that stone away. Shirley got up and come out of that tomb, a new creature. He told Lazarus to get up, and Lazarus got up. Death ain't nothing with Jesus, nor is a little bit of weight. Don't even strain at it. Just get your heart, your mind right, and get it done, man. And do it for the Lord. Do it unto the Lord as a sacrifice unto the Lord. Sacrifice all that weight that you need to lose unto the Lord. It'll be a sweet smelling savor to Him. Okay? So let's look. We've got our rules on the website. We've got past videos. Feel free to watch any of those videos. And we've got our categories of food. Now, here's what we're going to do. Here's how the little plan works, okay? You only get to take 21 foods to the island with you. I'm going to put 21 slots up here. I got 21. 2, 3, 4. I'm going to show you how easy it is to come up with a meal plan. This will help you even on regular Shebola. So easy, folks. When our mind and heart's right. Look at this. Look at what we got there on the board. 21 slots. Now, this won't be your meal plan. This is an exercise. So we're going to do this as a group collectively. We're going to work this out on the board. I want you, as a group, now you'll do your own list, okay? But this is how you build your own list. I want you to pick out foods that you want to take to the island. You only get 21. The only thing that's already on your island is the cooking fats on this list. You don't have to worry about them. Your condiments and your approved beverages. You don't have to put them in your slots. You have to put the real foods in your slots. So let's pick out some. Y'all get started. What are some foods? Let's get everybody to chime in here. What are some foods, favorite foods you'd like to take? Here's our options. Your lean proteins that's on the list, category 2s, breadings, flours, meal replacements, hemp hearts, hemp flakes, category 6 superfoods, snacks, category 3s, and so on. Okay? So chicken breasts. Let's go on and let's carry some chickens to the island. We got some chicken breast. What else? Salmon. I'm going to put fish because that gives us more bang for our buck. Fish and chicken, by the way, is on the list. They have to be on the list. Good job. What else? Let's see if there's some beef. Right here it says 96% or better ground beef. So I'm going to put 96 ground beef. Ground meat. Mighty Muffin and eggs. Got to do Mighty Muffin, eggs. Those are both on the list, folks. Broccoli, shrimp. It says shellfish on the list. That gives us all shellfish in one slot. Green beans. It also says green leafy vegetables. That gives us all kind of. We don't have to just write one, because here on the list it says green leafies. So I'm going to even say cabbage is a green leafy. Angela, who is that? Derishi? So I'm going to say cabbage, green leafies. That'll include cabbage, Brussels, sweet potato. Is that on the list? Let me see. Category 3. Uh-oh, that's not on the list. So for this particular challenge, I wouldn't be able to have sweet potato. Do you see that, Angela? Because it's not on the list. Now, that is a category 3 on regular shibboleth. But for the 21-day challenge, it isn't on our list. Then you got pork tenderloin. Let's go look. I see it. It's on there. It's on there. Pork tenderloin. Bio coffee is on the list. Pintos is on the list. What about bread, everybody? And bacon. Let's see. I don't see any bacon. There's no bacon on the list. No bacon, so we can't take it to the island. It's on regular shibboleth, approved bacon is, but it's not on our challenge. What else we got? Angela, let's get you to pick out a good one that's approved. What about your breads? What about your meal replacements? What about any category 3s? What about cereals? What about cheese? Do y'all want any of that? You got to live with this for 7 days at a time, and then you can mix it up. Angela says zucchini. That's on the list. Quest cookie. Good one, Mandy. Quest. Approved shake. Good one. That's on the list. Any shibboleth approved shake. It's got to be approved, but that's on the list. Fat-free cheese. Hemp bar. That's on the list. Any restaurant items? You're running out of slots. Got 3 more slots. 3 more foods you can take to the island. Boar's Head deli meat. Good. That's on the list. Chick-fil-A grilled nuggets. Good. One more item, y'all. One more item. Nobody's wanting bread on the island? Thank God. Anybody want? Let's put some bread. What about an approved tortilla? You got a big list here? Let's go to bread. It says I can have any of these breads. So I'm going to do a La Tortilla factory tortilla. You can come up with your own list for Monday. 50-calorie tortilla. So I've got it. Boom. For my first 7 days on the island, this is all that I can take with me. Walter, who was that? Let me see who that was. Walter, you could have chosen another bread for your list. You're coming up with your 21-day list. Let me show you something else so y'all can get it. Might make more sense. On the website, there's a form you can use to come up with your list. This is in the rules section and downloadables. And you've got the 21-day habit changer. And this is where you mark off that you got 21 days in a row. It's a worksheet. And it gives you 21 slots for your foods. And then over here, you can come up with some meal ideas like we're about to do. So you get this downloadable form and print it. So let's come up with some ideas for breakfast, for lunch, and for dinner. What's something from this list that we could do for breakfast? Angela, we're going to send this list to you. We'll send it. Just make sure you check your spam folder. Some of our stuff goes into spam. I'll send it to you after class. With the username and password, it's a different one than your website. This is a bonus website for the specific purpose of this challenge. Egg sandwich. So did we put eggs up here? We did. We put La Tortilla Factory Tortilla. So I got to take my eggs, my approved mayo, whatever I'm doing there, and put in that tortilla. So an approved egg sandwich or an egg wrap. Good one. That's a breakfast. An egg white omelet cooked in MCT oil. Yep. Right portion is paramount. Chicken and eggs on a La Tortilla wrap. Yep, just control your portion. As long as you control your portion, it needs to fit neatly on your 6 to 8 inch plate. Mighty Muffin is a great breakfast. That's 4 options already just for breakfast. Bio coffee, my favorite breakfast, right? One of them. Soft-boiled egg and bread would be good as long as it is an approved bread and it's on your list. An approved shake like Beverly or Advocare, either of those. Oh yeah, would work. What else? Any other breakfast you can think of? Let me ask questions. I've said I could do 2 eggs. Could I do a third of a hemp bar? I could do that. Could I do a grilled cheese? In this case, I'd have to use MCT, fat-free cheese, and a La Tortilla. Quest cookie you could do. Perfect. What about for lunch? What are some good lunch options I could have? I could do an approved shake again. Some of these breakfast options would work good for that. Could I do hamburger steak patty and green beans? Could I put a little Worcestershire on there? Yeah, that's a freebie. Could I do some shrimp and zucchini squash, boiled shrimp or sauteed shrimp with some Old Bay seasoning and zucchini? That's on the board. Could I do a boar's head London broil sandwich? Fry me some London broil in MCT, put it in my tortilla with some fat-free cheese. All of that is on the list. Pork tenderloin for dinner. Pork tender with green beans or Brussels. Somebody says a large leafy green salad with grilled chicken or shrimp. In fact, that covers every restaurant we might go to. I could get and fish is on the board. Do y'all see that I could go to any restaurant, get salmon and a salad, shellfish and a salad. So for 21 days, my restaurants are covered too. Turkey deli meat with cheese and cheese melt. Perfect. What dressing? You would use an approved dressing. So you want to look in the food library? Let's do that. We hadn't done that in a while. Bear with me. Awkward silence coming up. This is the main website, so I'm looking for salad dressings. I love my homemade recipe. If y'all like Catalina, y'all need to look it up. I like Catalina and Russian dressing. There's a great recipe. It takes seconds to make in the website. So you can pick out your own salad dressings, or we can go to the food, you can pick them out, or you can look for the ones in the food library. But if you pick them out, it's got to fit the 5-2 and few rule. 5 grams of sugar or less, 2 grams of fat or less, 50 calories or less. So I'm in the food library. Let me see salad, keyword salad, and see what comes up. So here I've got Bear Food salad dressings, Hidden Valley Ranch dressing mix, Wishbone, Ken's or Paul Newman salad spritzers, Walden Farms calorie free. Let me type in dressing and see what comes up. $300 calorie dressing, Arby's light Italian dressing. So you can find salad dressings here under the keyword dressing, Skinny Girl fat-free dressings, several here. There's also in the recipe section of the main website, MCT salad dressing. So let me put MCT and see what comes up under recipes. Here you've got MCT Catalina, MCT Russian, MCT Italian. Got some good dressings there that will help you burn fat. If you're picking out your own, you want to go by the 5-2 and few rule. 5 grams of sugar and less, 2 grams of fat or less, keep it 50 calories or less. If you, Angela says homemade ranch with buttermilk, I have to see the recipe to tell you if it works. Don't assume that something works that's not in the library. Send it to me and let's find out if it works. You can really mess yourself up with salad dressings and all your effort be wasted and you not even know it. So you want to make sure it's already approved or you get it approved with some tweaks. Olive Garden Copycat salad dressing recipe is awesome. Salad dressing does not need to be on your list if it's an approved condiment. Kathy, it does not have to take up a slot because condiments we're not worried about as long as they're approved condiments and you use them sparingly. Does anybody have any questions about how to select the foods and how to come up with their meal ideas? It's pretty easy. And you're going to do that for 21 days. I hope that while you're doing it, you will also, number one, set your eyes on the prize. We're going for up to 21 pounds lost in 21 days. Keep your eyes on the prize, your goal, and developing self-discipline. You can do anything for 21 days. I want you to feel the sense of accomplishment that comes with sticking it out. But while you're doing this, I need you to learn the lifestyle the right way. Watch the daily doses, take the test, pass test, earn the badge, learn how to food combine right, and then you get thousands of options. We've got a lot of options on 21, but man, you've got tens of thousands of approved foods on Shibboleth. You just have to learn how to combine them right and then have the Holy Spirit self-discipline to control your portion. You get 6 holidays a month to eat what you want on regular Shibboleth, and then when you lose all your weight, you get 12. It's reasonable. Do y'all agree? If you learn Shibboleth, it's reasonable for you and I to correct this situation to eat right 24, 25 days a month. It's reasonable to maintain our weight loss with 18 days a month. That means you get 12 off. We got to get reasonable again, and we got to get tough again and live differently than the rest of the world is living. Our country's falling apart. And I'll tell you why it's falling apart. I'll tell you, people aren't virtuous. They're not virtuous. And I mean it in this regard. They're not taking care of themselves. To thine own self be true. People pleasing is killing you. You need to do this for yourself and for no other reason. Yourself and unto the Lord. The Lord is, too many of us spending too much time yielding to temptation, wasting our efforts because we yielded to temptation, and we're making the devil glad and Jesus sad. Let's stop that, okay? You can fix this. You can change everything so fast. Now, for time's sake, because I got a lot going on today, I'm going to send a message in a little while with this recording. It's just going to be a link to the recording. I'm not going to go into a lot of time with bedside manner. I'm just going to get you the facts. I'm going to get you, because it'll be quicker. That way y'all won't have to wait all day on it. I'm going to get you the link to the video as soon as it processes, a link to this website, and a link to the support group. Going to be short and sweet. Get in the Facebook group. I'll let you in. Make sure that you read the directions on how to get into the bonus website. The password to the bonus website is the numerals 21. Everybody has the same password. Y'all, I love you in the Lord. Thank you for your time. Who is this? Let's see. Annalisa, can you review how much food can be on that plate? First of all, do a kind of a check of your calories. It needs to be somewhere between 200 and 400. I will give you the measurements, but you wouldn't have to worry about them if you're choosing from these foods. As long as you put them on a 6 to 8 inch plate neatly, not piled up any higher than the thickest part of the hand, your calories will always be spot on if you do that. I prefer these. I get them from Amazon. That way they're good for food, whole food, or soups. Approved soups. So I'll send you a link to these too. Get you a supply of them. This is what we eat out of at the house. But if you're wanting ounces, just to be safe, because you're more analytically minded, and those simple rules, I get some people prefer measurements. So for the purpose of this challenge, let your animal products, okay, do it this way. On that plate, it has to fit on your plate. Choose an animal product, a meat or protein. Keep that between 2 and 6 ounces. Then choose a vegetable from the list. Keep that to about a half a cup, and you'll do great. Anybody else? Thank you, Angela. Thank you, everybody. God bless you. I look forward to seeing your results. We'll have another 21 support group. We'll go over these rules and a support class next Saturday at noon. I look forward to hearing. Do I have your commitment? Y'all all do your best until next Saturday, and then you'll weigh in with me here? Do I have your commitment? All right, guys. See you then. God bless you. Health-wise food is on the list. You can put them on your list. Sure can, Shirley. All of the health-wise foods are terrific. God bless y'all.